Welcome to the video doing Sweet Tooth by Jaybird Quilts. So I contacted Jaybird and they said that I could go ahead and do this and post it online in hopes that maybe there would be a wee bit more interest in their book. So last Saturday Sampler I spoke to some of you and thought we might like to try this and do a sew along with it. So let's jump in and get started. So the book is called Sweet Tooth. It's a block of the month done by Jaybird Quilts. She uses two specific rulers, the Sidekick ruler, and so the Sidekick ruler comes this one or this one here. Either one of these would work. And the other one we need is the Hexamore ruler. So what I'd like to do is to share how to work with those to make the blocks. So we start out, we need a background fabric, and so in her picture she shows it done in black, and then also the black, and to make the blocks, the black and all of the colors are cut in 2.5-inch strips. So you could work it with a jelly roll if you wanted a variety of colors. What I did was last year I did the gemstone class and I ended up with a lot of leftovers that were solid, and I don't normally work with a lot of solid fabric, so I thought it would be a good chance to use them up. So I'm going to use the leftovers from them and black as my background. So you could just go through your stash and get 2.5-inch strips, or you could coordinate it. I'm really anxious to see it done up in some different colors. Jaybird Quilts did it in solids as well, so it would be fun to see it done in prints or batiks or something. You just would want to make sure that your prints are quite small. You wouldn't want big prints because cutting them into small pieces, you might lose some of the definition. So we'll start by cutting 2.5-inch strips of the color of the background. And so we just need a whole bunch of these. So if you were in the cutting mood someday, you could cut a whole bunch of 2.5-inch strips, then cut them into triangles. Each candy, as she calls it, calls for, I'm just going to open the page to the first one so you get a bit of an idea. Each of the candies, if you want to call it, call for 5 different colors, but they're all 2.5-inch strips, and then the black, and every block needs 24 of the background triangles. So like I said, if you were in the cutting mood, you could definitely just cut all those ahead, bundle them in packages of 24, and keep one for each block that you want. So I'll show you how to cut the triangles with the 2.5-inch background in case you want to work ahead and get a bunch of those done. So you can layer as many layers as you're comfortable to cut with. I'll just do 2 for now. And the easiest tool to cut it with is the Hexamore ruler. I'm sure with the glare of this you're maybe not seeing that really well. But there's the Hexamore ruler. So I'm going to use this end right here. I want 2.5-inch triangles cut from the 2.5-inch strip. So I've got 2 layers. I'm going to put them together like that. And then this is on the left-hand side, my right-hand side. I just want to tidy the edge up. So I'm just going to put this here and slide it right over to the edge. And then I'll cut up there. So that's got my starting angle. Then I'll just flip this around. And then you'll see how that will fit quite nicely into there. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll maybe just lift this up and bring it over here more so that, no, that's not going to work. I'm pretty new at this videoing. But the this will just fit right in there. And I can cut up. So that gives me 2 because I have 2 layers. Then I just reverse the ruler and So I have my strip like this, and then I can put the ruler on it like that so that I'm getting the 2.5 inch. And then I would just keep going along that strip. Better have the ruler right side up. And so the 2.5 inch line on the ruler is just following the cut edge. The blunt edge of the ruler here is on the blunt edge of the strip. And I just cut up and then reverse. And we just keep going until we have at least 24 to make the first block, or as many as you're able to cut. Then we need, this is the first block that we're going to make, like this. And so I've gone ahead and made one. And so every block, you'll see in the book, every block you make, you're actually making two, and you just move the colors around a little bit. So for block 1, they tell you to cut a 2.5 inch strip of this dark purple, this light mauve, this light teal, a dark teal, and this celery green. So you can choose whichever colors you like. You just need to pick 5 colors that you think look good together. So I chose the dark mauve, dark teal, light teal, and the celery green. So we're making the first block called Peppermint Swirl. And so these were the strips that I needed to cut. The dark teal, dark purple, light purple, celery green, and the black. And then you'll see we're making 2 different blocks. They just switch the colors out a little bit on them. So from the black, we're just cutting the triangles. From the celery, we're just cutting the triangles. And then from the other ones, we're cutting the half hexagon. And so again, we'll use the hex and more ruler to do that. So you can cut, again, as many layers as you're comfortable with. I'm going to put the 2 of the 2 teals together. And then the half hexagon is right here. This is your half hexagon that you want. It's a 2.5 half hexagon cut from a 2.5 inch strip. So again, I want to use this end to tidy it up. So the 2.5 inch half hexagon, I've just got that line across here, and there's the half hexagon, so it's sitting right in there. I can cut up here, and then I'll just cut this little bit off here. Then I'm going to flip my piece right over like this, so you'll see I've got the end cut off. And now that half hexagon will fit right in there, and I can cut up there and across there. So that gives me the half hexagon. Now I just rotate it. I don't flip it. I'm just rotating the strip. And then I can put this back on here, cut that little tip off, and then I'm going to flip the ruler. So the first time I rotate it, the second time I flip it. Now that hexagon will just fit right in there. And I'll cut up there and cut that little tip off. And there I've got another hexagon. Just want to show you how that fits in there. If I get it lined up, then I can hold it up for you. That's how that fits right in there. And then the celery green, I just want to do the triangles again. So the easiest way to cut, you can cut the triangles with a sidekick, but the easiest way is using this part of the ruler right here. So if you are a little bit brave, you can set this in here and cut up and back. I don't know that I recommend that, but then you just keep flipping your ruler. There, and I've got 6. I think that's what I need. So now, just following along in the book on block 1 for the peppermint, you want to lay out your block like this. So I'm hoping that I can do it here so that you can see what I'm doing. And so if you take the hexagons, you'll see if we work out from the center, you put, this isn't going to be big enough, I'll have to get something bigger. We work out from the center, and so you go light, dark, light, dark, light, and dark. So you'll see it kind of makes it a pinwheel as it's swirling around. That up for you so you can see. Then we take the other ones and put them, so this was a light, and so I want another light right beside it, like that. This is a dark, so I want a dark right beside it. This is a light, I want a light beside it. This is a dark, I want a dark beside it. Whoops, I think maybe I ran out. No, that's it. No, I've ran out of